Sir worked on Buddhavanam project, Ministry of Culture and Tourism, Government of Telangana during 2018 to 21. Sir has major publications like Cultural Heritage of South Asia and Beyond, Recent Perspective, Telangana Through the Ages, Revisiting the Cultural Heritage of South Asia. Apart from these, he has published 35 research papers in national and international conferences. So, we are delighted to have such an experienced and knowledgeable expert with us. So, I request Sir to please start your session. Thank you, sir.
Good morning to all of you. And
Good morning, sir.
I will share
Good morning.
my PPT. I think is it is
It is visible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So good morning to all faculty members, respected Professor Bina Sengar Madam, course coordinator of the UGC online refresher course in e-governance, e-learning and LMS, organized by UGC Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. Today's lecture is based on development of a online or e-course or a Swayam course being associated with the preparation of UGC course for more than last 4 years. I would like that instead of being a monologue, I will prefer to have a dialogue with all of you, being a part of teaching community like all of you. So instead of giving more theoretical, my orientation would be giving information regarding the practical approach of the preparation of the course, how one faces the practical problems, and how by following the guidelines prescribed for the preparation of Swayam courses by the Ministry of Education, Government of Maharashtra, and various national coordinators, how one can prepare the course. So those who generally think that it is quite difficult for us to prepare the course, so please don't think on a such thought process. It is very much possible, and being a member of teaching community or being a member of faculty members, It is our prime duty to disseminate the knowledge among us, the students from various age groups who are interested to seek knowledge, who are interested to enrich their knowledge. And it is a continuous process. Because of the advancement and development in technology, it has been possible to disseminate knowledge through various online modes. So when I say e-courses, online courses, Swayam courses, there are various platforms on which one can share his or her knowledge to the audience interested in a particular topic or particular theme. So when we think that we would like to develop an online course, so it can be done on a personal level, on institutional level, on organizational level. When it becomes a part of particular curriculum, particular syllabus, particular academic structure, then it comes under a organized structure. So if anyone wishes to just do the recording of his or her prepared course and wanted to upload on the particular educational institute to whom he or she belongs to, so that will have a very limited audience, limited significance, and that could be the part of basically the online teaching material to the particular institutes, the students of particular institution. It will be not widely circulated unless and until it will have some authentication given by the national coordinators, authentication given by the various statutory bodies of the educational institution or university or apex bodies, and will have some academic value or will have some credit. So then once we have a specific course which has been prepared according to the prescribed guidelines, which is very much part of one particular academic course or a syllabus, then it becomes a part of educational system. So maybe some individuals, maybe some institutes may run their own courses with some credits, having some credits. So that is basically the institutional activity. But when it comes to the course for a larger audience, accepted by different educational institutes, or what we can say the national coordinators of the SWAYAM platform of the Ministry of Education, Government of India, then it gets a significant value. So it is not the case that one cannot prepare online or courses or e-courses for his or her own institute. It is not the case. But when it comes to the wider audience, when it comes to the question of the acceptance of that course as a part of curriculum, then we have to think about the course like SWAYAM. SWAYAM is basically the self, which is a Sanskrit word, which means for the self sparing, and it is basically the short form of the study waves of active learning for young aspiring minds. Then another term which we will come through this lecture is a MOOC. So MOOC is basically the massive open online course. So the courses which are at SWAYAM platform are MOOC courses. They are the courses which have been prepared or which are prepared for on a massive scale, for a large platform, large audience, and these courses have been prepared according to the prescribed format. We have some terms like credit. We know the one credit is equivalent to 15 contact hours or 30 practical hours. One credit carries 25 marks. Now, under new education policy, we have also short-term courses having 2 credits according to the different levels, academic levels. So, minimum limit of course, the credit of the course could be 1 credit, 2 credit, to maximum 4 credits. But generally, when we look at the different patterns of the SWAYAM courses, generally we have 2 credit course for undergraduate level, and the 3 or 4 credits course is for both undergraduate as well as postgraduate levels. Now, in new education policy in NEP, the importance to e-courses, especially courses on SWAYAM platform and such other government platforms, government educational platforms, have been encouraged. Rather, it has been prescribed that students should be encouraged to select such courses as a part of their UG or PG programs. And there is also no restriction as such for the selection of a particular academic course or the SWAYAM course. But same time, there are some rules and regulations. And now even the examinations can be conducted at different universities or colleges. So now one can see the various developmental stages in the spreading SWAYAM courses. So when we look the definition of SWAYAM, one can see
Yes, sir.
the
It is clear.
SWAYAM is basically a platform, it is for the interactive learning, e-learning. And from high school levels to the university levels, we have the different courses, different coordinators. Then if we just visit the website of SWAYAM, and an introductory video of all courses are open to anyone. They are basic videos. So you will find that the all videos have been prepared by using advanced technology. So they are of high quality, high standard. And meticulously prepared care, uh, care at micro level has been taken to follow the same standards. It may be the case of audio, video, the screen, the dress code of the speaker, the background, even the font of the write-up, the size of the font of the write-up. So it shows, how uniformity has been maintained to prepare whether it is a e-text, PPT, or video. And these courses are developed in a such form that they will provide an opportunity to have a interactive sessions with the students. So it is not the case that one has prepared the particular course and submit it to the apex bodies or respective bodies, and another person is coordinating. It doesn't happen. So when someone is thinking of developing a one course, it means the particular teacher, particular faculty member has taken its a responsibility of not only its development but also its a very active coordination. Whether the particular course has to be run once a year, twice a year, it depends on the national coordinator, then availability of the course coordinator, host institution, the funding. Some courses have continuous cycles. The national coordinators and the institutions request or ask the course coordinator or ask their willingness whether they are interested to coordinate, which is a kind of formality. Finally, the basic aim or the sole objective of these courses is to disseminate knowledge, to enrich the subject matter of the students. So one has to, there are various roles: course coordinator, teaching assistant, the reviewer of the content, the technical expert, the reviewer of the technical aspect, then overall chief coordinator. So all these experts perform different duties, different responsibilities assigned to them. So although we generally see the one person as a course coordinator, but behind the development of the course, multiple brains, multiple hands are working or have been working. So from classroom to e-classroom, this is a technical journey where we have access to have a interactions. We have access to classroom teaching. So how in the 21st century, how the modes of knowledge gaining or the modes of the knowledge gaining processes have been changed. And now, because of the online modes, how the knowledge at a global level is coming or is available to every person or each of the person. That is quite interesting. So when we look at the how one can think of developing course, I will be coming to that, the development of 4-quadrant course or even development of one or two quadrants out of 4 quadrants, or development of the full course, or only the recording of the study material or e-text have different marks. So in SWAYAM courses, depending upon the number of the credits, it may be the 8 modules course or the 12 modules course, 20 modules course, then 40 modules course. So each module will have 4 quadrants. So this is a uniform pattern. So the first is a basically study material, e-text. So which provides not only as a notes, but probably a brief information which includes all important aspects of the particular topic.
Excuse me, sir.
Huh?
Sorry to interrupt you, but what is the relation of these weeks with the credit of the course?
Yeah, just wait, when I'm coming, to that slide. Yeah. So
Okay, sir.
then coming to the second part is basically the PowerPoint presentation. So the PowerPoint presentation will have the same information which is written in the e-text. So it is not the case that the e-text or the study material provides different information, and the more or a precise more or a very brief point-wise information given in a PowerPoint presentation, or the examples which you are citing in a study material are different, in PowerPoint presentations are different. Generally, such things are to be avoided. Then as we know that, as this is a part of the online education, the self-assessment is a crucial part. And one has to give the various activities. So the MCQ type questions, then some subjective or short note types question, some quizzes, so that the students will develop their interest in a particular topic. Then some activities. For example, it is a course on medieval history of Maharashtra. So the activity such as visiting a fort nearby your area can be given. And when there will be the online sessions, the participants will be asked to share their experiences. And the very important part is basically the weekly interactive sessions. It is a mandatory part of SWAYAM courses. And so when the course coordinator is planning to launch his or her course, he or she has to think of his availability for the next duration of the course. If there are no multiple experts, only one person as a course coordinator is involved. So it doesn't happen that the another person or probably the interactive sessions will be skipped for a couple of weeks, and then continuously it will be taken of last 3 weeks in a 1 week. it should not be happen, or it is not expected to be happened. So it is not only basically the preparation of or development of the course. It is a responsibility, academic responsibility, or a kind of moral responsibility once you have decided to launch the course for a particular type. Then, to whom should we contact for this activity? If one of the participants from this RC is interested to develop one MOOC, one SWAYAM course. So it is not like that applying for the project as such. We find that, these all apex bodies or all these national coordinators, they issue the notices in a public interest or in the interest of the teaching and learning community regarding the development of the course. And then one has to apply through the concerned educational institute. Like for example, now there is a large demand or growing demands for the online courses for the IKS. So the apex bodies related to the dissemination of IKS, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Science and Technology, to name a few, publish advertisement for development of such courses. Middle of this year or beginning of this year, the UGC had also published advertisement and requested applications for the concern from the faculty members for development of these courses. Then again, we have the different bodies for the development of different courses. NITTR is for the teachers training. Then AICT is for the technical courses. CEC is mostly interested in UG courses. IGNOU has developed its own pattern of disseminating knowledge. So then recently, Institute of National Importance, especially the two universities, first is a Banaras Hindu University and second is a Aligarh Muslim University. These two universities have been included for the development as a INI for the development of non-technical courses. So, So coming to the very basic question, who is eligible for the development of SWAYAM course? So a teaching faculty, a faculty member, a member of teaching staff from recognized educational institutions. That is very important. Listed in a different categories of the UGC. I will not go in those technical details, as all of you, being a senior teachers, know the basic things. So I will avoid those repetition and the known information. There is no such a criteria for the qualification or even the cadre. The whether particular person should be the senior faculty or is a professor or associate professor or assistant professor. So no such a kind of, you can say, the rules as such for the preparation of the particular course as such. So there are no particular rules and regulations. And what is the basic expected is the particular teacher is an expert of the particular subject. It's a theme in which he or she is developing course. Even the retired faculty members can develop the course, remember. So it is not like that, those who have now are going to retire or about to retire or going to retire in 1 or 2 years. And if they are preparing or if they are thinking to prepare the course, so either age factor or probably the status of their retirement would affect. It is not the case. Whereas these apex bodies always encourage the teaching communities. Then there should be a kind of the nodal agency. So through which agency you are going to develop the course, whether CEC, IGNOU, or you are part of the any affiliated college of the Banaras Hindu University, then probably it will channel through the Banaras Hindu University or AMU. If the particular concern faculties are basically the part of the engineering or the any branch of technology or technical education, then SCT or the other educational institutions are there to take care of that. Then credit levels. One of the participants has asked very important question, the association of the credit and the weeks. So generally 1 credit is almost equal to the 4 weeks. So if someone is planning to develop 2 credit course, so the duration will be around 8 weeks. For 4 credits, it will either 15 or 16 weeks. So generally the 1 credit, as we know the 15 contact hours, 25 marks. So the 2 credits will have basically the 8 weeks duration. And for 4 credits, either 15 or 16. For 3 credits course, we have 12 weeks courses. So this is a kind of, but not always case, like my own course, instead of the 16 weeks, it is of a 15 weeks. Yeah. Sometimes the number of the modules also change. They also vary. But we have 40 weeks, 15 weeks course for the 4 credit, and the total number of modules is a 40. So that basically the freedom sometimes is given to the course coordinator. But the number of the levels, the graduate, postgraduate, PhD, that is 4.5 to 7, that is a undergraduate to postgraduate, and very few courses are of 8 level, that is a PhD, mostly based on the research methodology. Or the course coordinator has to clarify the significance of his or her course for accepting for level number 8, that is a PhD. It's a particular the significance to the particular industry. So, and also the various programs. It is not like that every course is a basically, although they can opt, but generally now UGC and these apex bodies have started to specify the programs which will be more beneficial by doing the online course or SWAYAM course, whether it is a BA, BSc, or for example, as my course is related to the Buddhist tourism, so it is basically the um, graduation or the bachelor's in tourism management, BTM, or bachelor's in tourism hospitality and management. Then master's in a tourist administration, that is a MTA, or master's in a tourist management, that is a MTM. So all those things are also equally important to be get clarified for developing the course. So any member of teaching community who is a teacher, mostly the permanent teacher in any recognized educational institute, is eligible for the development of SWAYAM course in his or her areas of research interest. So the chart will basically the gives, So many times when we say the course is a UG course, so when we say it is a UG course, so it will have the level started from 4.5 to 6. When we say the course is for PG, then it will have basically the levels from 6 to 7. And only some courses are specified from UG level to PhD level. They are specified from 4.5 to 7, and such courses are comparatively very less.
Excuse me, sir.
Huh?
So thank you for answering my earlier question. One more question is there. Nowadays for PhD, they are saying to do this 8 credit, whatever you have shown, that course is they are going to do the credit transfer for
Yes,
research methodology course.
yes.
So what is the scenario actually at your place in your university? Only they are going for replacement of research methodology course, or computer application and research ethics is also involved in it.
Yeah, actually, the now this UGC has basically, and the apex bodies, this national coordinators, they have basically encouraged to do the research methodology course as well as REP course. RPE course, that is a research and publication ethics. And as we know, the RPE course, that is a research and publication ethics, is of true credit. That is a 8 weeks. and 2 credits. And unfortunately, in many of the universities, that course has not been, fully functioned, if you see that. Whereas the SWAYAM has already started running its cycles, for both, for first half, that is January to May, and then June to or July to December. And once the research scholar completes the course and successfully clear the course or pass the course, then 2 credits are shifted to his account, ABC account. Yeah, because if you look that, so some universities are charging amount up to 4 to 5,000, whereas, as we know, all SWAYAM courses are free. Only one has to deposit the exam fee as per the criteria of the SWAYAM platform.
Yeah, students are asking that question only, that we have already paid fees to research center, and they
Yeah,
are saying now you have to do the research methodology on SWAYAM portal also.
yeah,
Then we have to pay fees of examination there also for getting the certificate.
yes,
So
yes.
why we are paying at two places?
No, yeah, it is better to not to pay to the concerned research center and directly join the course, attend the all interactive sessions and do the examination. And I will come to that point, the 70 and 30, you can say the ratio. And once all compulsory assignments will be submitted by the students, and when he pass, he gets the examination, and that is a maximum. The fee is, I'm not wrong, 750. So 750, one basically clears that course. So म्हणजे कोर्सची फी 750 रुपये आहे. And all course, as I told, they are meticulously checked twice by the 2 experts. So hardly there is any shortcomings. Even dot to dot has been checked by the experts. Not only the grammatical mistakes, but each and everything. Even e-content is checked by the 2 unknown experts. Yes. Yeah. So or 2 very senior persons. So the all study material is again as a as a condition, prerequisite. All these are to be checked by the plagiarism. Again, the authenticate plagiarism software approved by UGC. Yeah, so hardly any chance of any information which has been collected to unauthorized source or online source in the e-text, of any course. Yeah. So that is and again the course coordinator has do the lot of, you can say, the undertakings. So it is one side we are enjoying being associated with this very wider world, but same time it also gives the sense of, you can say, the responsibilities of the course coordinator. Yes, we have to do this. So I will prefer, or I always encourage my students to do the RM courses on the SWAYAM platform, as well as the research and publication ethics course, because they are meticulously prepared, and they are prepared according to UGC guidelines. UGC has already issued, long back in 2009, December 2019, UGC issued the guidelines for the preparation of research and publication ethics course. So the SWAYAM platforms course are more or less based on the same guidelines, and they are again the student gets basically the study material, the second access to the videos for the duration. So better to encourage to to do these courses, and they are also very financially, they are very economic courses. Yes, when we look at the economic part, economy, so 750 with a certificate and with 2 credits is not, you can say, in today's
Not too
context. Yeah,
expensive.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So how to develop a SWAYAM course? So the selection of the topic, and as we know that around 18,000 courses have already been prepared. So the recent number is 18,490, 18490. These courses have been prepared, and these courses have been uploaded, and they are available to the students. This number does not include the ongoing courses, means the faculties who are developing these courses, yes. So once a faculty member or a teacher decides to develop a SWAYAM course, so once the such a advertisement has been issued by the different agencies asking the applications, now the universities like Savitribai Phule Pune University Department of History has started developing course for the SWAYAM platform at SPPU. So it means that the UGC and the different, you can say the apex bodies, they allocate a particular fund. I will come to the budget part later on for development of course. So if you are interested, so think that yes, and once you have the enough confidence of yes, because confidence is very important, because this is a very the work which requires your patience and basically the work of long duration. As I told that it is not like that you submit the course and the duration is complete. It is not like that. Once your course has been accepted by UGC, CEC or other bodies, and the 2 cycles they run uh, in a year, it means that your availability, the availability of the teaching assistant, I will come to the later on, the different terms, the different team which will require. So, and then basically the time also for the evaluation of the quizzes, the assignments. So the 5 assignments are required, which are the 4 graded quiz assignments plus 1 subjective assignments. So for the MCQ graded quiz, you get basically the data answer, but you have to again verify, because as you know that you can't rely on the completely on the technology. So for example, in our first cycle of our course, more than 2000 students were appeared. So we had to check, or we had examined 2000 subjective assignments. Yeah, so it is not like that only you are coming once a week and giving a lecture for 1 hour. It is not like that. So there are a lot of responsibilities. There are a lot of technical issues sometimes comes. Sometimes you send message, email, and probably there are the issues that your email has not been received to the participants regarding the study material. Sometimes a particular video of your particular module is not visible to the audience. So when the teacher, the course coordinator, and the teaching assistant, they are continuous in touch. They are continuously in touch with the participants. So because although it is online mode, but it is expected that you are continuously in contact with the participants. Many times they miss the online session, but they have some questions, and they will write email to you, and they will sometimes they also CC to the apex body, or the apex body has access to all basically electronic communication. So because they are directly connected to the SWAYAM platform, and the SWAYAM platform to the national coordinators. So in that context, you are always basically check the email and check the issues which the participant come across. Then the relevance of the topic is also important. Sometimes whether and the attention or the focus is generally given whether the particular course is a part of particular curriculum. So for example, if as I'm basically the a teacher of archaeology, and I'm working in a basically the art and architecture. So if I want to develop a course on a ancient art, or basically a course on temple architecture, or cave architecture. So I had to check whether that is a either full course or full paper or basically the part of the paper in any university. Otherwise, the audience will come, but not on a large scale. First thing, that is a also an very important issue. And sometimes basically only the interstate audience will come. But when we think that in along with the interstate audience, the basically the students are very much expected to join our courses. Yeah, we are not developing courses for a general audience, no doubt. General audience, if they fulfill the criteria, they are very much welcome to join the course as a to basically enrich their knowledge or as a out of curiosity. But same time, the students of a different age groups, different academic levels is a basically the main target group who are to be encouraged by us. So unfortunately, uh, not many students are aware, and every year the UGC organizes workshops, regional workshops in a different regions to basically create awareness regarding SWAYAM courses. So UGC has been working as a apex body, and it organizes the regional workshops in a north, eastern, northwest, western, central, and the southern regions of the country to basically develop knowledge, to develop interest among the students, among the teaching community regarding these courses. Because now, as a part of the policy to the NEP guidelines, online courses are encouraged, or the students are to be encouraged for online courses. So the teaching community is encouraged to develop different courses. Same time, students are encouraged to enroll for different courses. So it is a basically the twofold journey is continuously going. Then the scope of the topic, whether it is a basically related to the any industry, what is the scope for the particular course, only for the academic purpose or for the completion of particular program, that is a UG or PG program, or basically for the whether the particular course has a job opportunities or the scope for the job opportunities. All these factors are also important to know, because many times the students who enroll for such courses, they ask this question. This is a very relevant question. What was the scope of the particular course, or whether after the completion of this course, whether they are going to get any benefits in a different jobs. So the orientation of this course or the job oriented courses are generally encouraged or generally preferred by the students. So their preference is also important. Then as 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 I have been mentioned, those faculties who are very much interested in IKS, so they can develop the various courses related to the IKS, as there is a lot of course for the development of IKS related online courses on the platforms of different national coordinators or apex bodies, or especially at SWAYAM platform. And as we know that the IKS and IKS related courses have also become a part of the curriculum of many universities. And still, well, if you see that we have, if you look at the available textbooks, available reference data as a textbook, so in comparison with the other subjects, we have very less study material available on the IKS. Very few online courses on IKS. So in that context, same time, looking at basically the present academic scenario and the present status of the students' interest and the interest of the knowledge system, multidisciplinary and the interdisciplinary courses are also favored. Especially as I have come from the ancient in history and the archaeology background, so many students from the science background, from the architecture background, or from the engineering background, they have their own interest in the past, in the ancient history or archaeology. And so the courses, like for example, uh, ancient metal science. So I guess if you look at the ancient metallurgy or the ancient metal science, the ancient Indians have had a vast knowledge of the ancient metallurgy. So it can be become part of the engineering. Same time, it can be part of the chemistry, because finally the chemical conservation and the is very much related to the metal. Then it will be the part of the MTech, ME course, BSc, chemistry. Same time, it will be the part of archaeological chemistry, as we have sub discipline or branch of archaeological chemistry. So such a multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary courses are basically now favored by the students, because same times we have to also look at the interest of the students, their benefits is not in the terms of the monetary, but their benefits in the terms of knowledge gaining process. And in overall, basically such multidisciplinary or the interdisciplinary processes are very important. Or the ancient food, the ancient India um, has a rich tradition of the food culture. So some of the students, those who are doing the hotel management, they will show the basically the interest in ancient Indian foods, their recipes, the preparation mentioned in the text, their health values or the values as per the nutrition is concerned. So probably instead of going, very traditional way of gaining knowledge, this young generation or the Gen Z generation is very much interested, in the acquiring the knowledge from the different fields. So that is also basically one has to, look into while developing the course. Then second, how to develop the course. So when I say the how to develop the course, it means the whether the particular course is going to be developed by an individual faculty or group of faculty having the same research interest. Generally, the course which is a of 2 credits, that is a 8 weeks course, sometimes the 3 credits, that is a 4 weeks course, or even the 4 weeks course, that is a 16 sorry say a 4 credits course, that is a 16 15 to 16 weeks course. They are developed by the individual faculty, but when I personally work on the feedback, from the students, so what they have given very interesting information. Especially I am talking about the postgraduate level, because our university is a deemed to be university and is a basic is only the postgraduate, has a provides education at a postgraduate level. So they have the students have shared their experiences that the if the course is a more than the 2 credit, so either of the 12 weeks, that is a 3 credits, or the 15 to 16 weeks, that is a 4 credits. So if the involvement of the different experts, different faculty members, does not make that course a kind of, monotonous, because when they go, and also as the course is of on a broad theme, so obviously we will require different experts of having the knowledge at a micro level. For example, if I have been asked to develop a course on medieval history of Maharashtra. So obviously, if I have been asked to develop the course on medieval history of Maharashtra, I will search for a team members. The one who will be an expert of forts, one who will be expert of the defense mechanism, because our forts and our old medieval documents, they provide information about the defense mechanism. Then one who will be an expert of the political history. I will deal the part like the society, economy, and the religious settings. So a group of 4 to 5 teachers will develop 4 credit course who will have research interests or the expertise in different fields. So it will be not a monotonous first thing, and probably my own experiences suggest that when only individual faculties involved, so even we try to avoid, but the repetition, uh, you know, uh, often comes, or sometimes the repetitive information, may come, yes, because anyhow, and also there will be not inclusion of the different perspectives. So it happens, when I will involve basically the 4 to 5 teachers, so obviously they will come with their own ideas, their ideas about the topics. My friend Sachin, who is an expert of the forts, he has been to the many forts, so he will come with his own practical experiences. So another friend who is working on the ancient metallurgy, he will talk about the defense mechanism of medieval Maharashtra. The one who is a expert of Modil script, ancient Marathi script, he will throw light on the Maratha Empire. So in this way the course become more interesting. See that. So we are preparing one course. It is not like that, how many courses are we are preparing. Even the preparation of the one course and the basically the coordination of one course is a big responsibility. That is my personal experience, tells. So depending upon the nature of the credits, if it is a UG credit, so I will prefer that an individual faculty should take interest. If it is a multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, postgraduate level course having 4 credits, that is a 15 to 16 weeks duration, then I will suggest to involve different experts, because that will also lessen your burden of only on working on the e-text and working on the preparation of the PPT and doing the recordings, and probably in your absence or maybe some because of the emergency when the course coordinator is not available, so respective expert will available for the interactive session, for the online session, because you have to especially mostly on the weekends, or basically the on the last day of your uh, uh, the week, schedule week, the first day starts once your course starts. So from like Monday to Sunday duration can be like that, or Thursday to Wednesday. So uh, according to the dates of the launching the various courses, the weekdays, um, the starting day and the last day, so gets changed. So in that case, uh, if you are not available, then particular teacher will help, and involvement of the different teacher in online sessions also makes the course live. Then how one can prepare the e-text? This is a very important responsibility. As I told, the whatever is a written as a part of the study material or the e-text, it has a basically the word limit, 3000 words maximum. In some case, it can be exceeded to by 100 or 200 words, not more than that. So tentatively, the write-up should be 8 to 9 pages. So the word limit is a very important criteria, and it should have the subtopics. Then the writer should be of original nature. So language should be lucid. So grammatically, there should not be any mistakes. Same time in a technical words like the botany or the archaeology or psychology, where we come across the technical words. So the contributor or the author of the e-text should take care, meticulous care regarding the spell check or the spelling check. Then it should not be taken from completely from any published material, either our own article or our own published textbook or someone's published textbook. So this is a very challenging task. For example, if someone has been asked to write about the 1857's revolt, or basically about the contribution of any freedom fighter. So when we, before starting e-text, before starting study material, we have to prepare its outline. Probably I'm through this I'm also sharing my own experiences, because we have written more than 14, I have written around 14 modules for my own course. So writing each takes around 8 to 10 pages is a time consuming work, because you have to write in your own words from some the information which is available in a reference book or the textbook. Then the list of further reading, same time the list of reference books is also expected to give, so that if it is not possible to give about detailed information about one episode in a Indian history or one concept in basically the social science, so you will briefly narrate the concept in sociology, economics, and the interested student will know more from the reading list. And also another list is a reference books. So you have to give two lists, suggested for the further reading and the reference list. Whatever you have taken any information, so all sources are expected to mention in a reference list. It is not possible to mention in a bracket. Generally, the such things are to be avoided. Only when you are giving a quote from the particular text, in that case, probably one can mention the source. Otherwise, in write-up, generally, it is not expected to mention the sources after 2 lines, 4 lines, because we are not writing a basically research article. Remember. We are writing a standard study material on a particular topic. So there is a difference of a writing of e-text between the writing of e-text and writing an article, informative article, or a research article. Whatever sources you have used for writing that e-text are to be mentioned in the reference list. So that one has to take precaution that not not a single source or the references has been missed out. Again, for one reference, no need to give multiple references, one information. For example, for a piece of information, if we have already used one authentic source and there are multiple references for the same, whether we have used or not used, but information is coming from one standard reference book, then please give the reference of one standard book only, instead of giving the multiple references for one source or one piece of information. So that one has to take care. Otherwise, because there is also not particular any guidelines for the number of the references which the author is going to use. So, in that case, it is our responsibility to mention the number of references. So we should restrict ourselves of mentioning the important references, and the repetition of the references should be avoided. As we know, it is a mandatory to check each and every e-text through the plagiarism software to avoid any kind of plagiarism. So it is expected that the e-text or the write-up should be free from any kind of plagiarism as per the UGC rules or as per the UGC guidelines. Many times, so if we mention a particular term, so also the plagiarism tools also shows basically the kind of the plagiarism. But in the main content of our writer, when we look at when we see or when we look at our main content, so in our content of our writer, uh, one has to write with a great care that unless and until the quotation up to the accepted limits, accepted words, not a kind of any part from any textbook or any reference book should be written in its original form, as then it will become under the practice or malpractice of the plagiarism. Because we are not writing research article. So we are writing basically study material like a textbook. So we, in nutshell, we are writing a basically a chapter of our textbook. UGC also basically promotes to publish its a revised form for the students on the either the name of the one author or the multiple authors. Even the courses are in English. Now UGC is also promoting the different state universities to develop their SWAYAM courses in regional languages. So in coming decades, it seemed that, the one course on basically the introduction to the cultural anthropology, introduction to the social anthropology, and introduction to ancient economics. So these courses will be available in multiple languages. Now, many times, as our course in English, and the students from the different regions, they join, and then they ask regarding the nature of the question paper. But as we know, till the date, in many courses, or the courses which are basically written or coordinated in English, their question papers are only in English. So probably the demand from the students who are pursuing their education in a different regional languages. So looking at that demand, now it has been promoted that one course should be, especially in ICAS and the related topics, one course should be developed in a multiple languages, multiple regional languages, so that no one should be remain outside from pursuing the particular course because of any kind of the barrier or the language as a barrier. So we'll take a 5 minutes break, and then if anyone has a question till the part which I have discussed, because anyhow towards the end of my another session, I have already given or kept some time reserved for the discussion. But if anyone has any question, feel free to ask. Yes, because I personally think, I personally believe that after hearing these are very primary lectures, you should develop your interest in the development. You should encourage yourself for developing online course or SWAYAM course. If even one single participant or single teacher, of this refresher course, if thinks and encourage and develops, then probably I will be satisfied that the objective behind delivering this lecture has been fulfilled. Yes. So you should think, you should go through the list of the courses from the different agencies, national agencies like UGC. UGC has developed only 9 courses, but other bodies have developed many courses like a CEC, then IGNO, and others. So please go through their website, through the SWAYAM, SWAYAM platform's website, check the list and plan accordingly of, you can say, developing the the list of the prepare few selects few topics, and then think of developing either individually or jointly. So if anyone has any question, please feel free to ask. Please.
Sir, good afternoon.
Uh,
Sir, it was wonderful to listen to your elaborate checklist and the plan for the MOOCs or SWAYAM course development.
Thank you.
Sir, I just was curious to know how about the integration of the credits into the ABC portal, in which level it takes place, sir?
It takes place as a college level as well as university level. The UGC, the college has to appoint a faculty any faculty as a nodal officer. The nodal officer has to contact the concerned agency, UGC, CEC, or the Swayam platform. They submit the marks of assignments and provide the detailed information about the students. You can say the login IDs and their marks, and then after the the Swayam has given basically permission to the college to conduct their own examination, but examination should be according to the norms of the Swayam. That is 100 MCQ type question, yes. And then the college has to submit the both result to the Swayam platform, and then the credits will be transferred to the students ABC, ID. Yes.
Okay, sir. Actually, I have completed 3 Swayam courses, sir. I have completed, and so far the credits are not reflected on my ABC ID. Though I have given my ABC ID, every time I register each course, I once again check it. But so far, the credits have not been reflected there. And likewise, I asked my students also to enroll. Around 40 students enrolled in the previous batch, sir. And their credits, they also got the result, but their credits are also not reflected there.
No, it is a responsibility of the college or the university from to whom basically you have affiliated at that time. Yes.
Yes, sir. Actually, we have opted for some course, some NPTEL course on the
Yes.
Swayam platform. That means, is the course coordinator responsible, or NPTEL responsible, or Swayam portal responsible? Because we can't, from our university, people can't give credits in the ABC ID, because the course, the one who offers the course should offer the credits. Am I right, sir?
Yes. So you have to you have basically write to the Swayam platform, and also CC to the NPTEL. Yes. Course coordinator does not play any role as such, because I'm also course coordinator. Our responsibility being a course coordinator is to successful conduct of the course. Yes.
Yeah, that's
These are
what,
all.
because
Yeah.
I also returned to the course coordinator, and the course coordinator said that I will see and I will try to communicate with the
Yes.
what are the nodal officers. That's what they said.
Yeah, you can write to the Swayam platform and provide your details, your ABC
Thank,
ID. Same
thank you.
time, you can also contact to the university where you did where you completed or finished your last degree, MA or any degree or PhD, so that that then NPTEL or Swayam will transfer it, the particular credits to your account through that university. Yes, they need some educational organization. Yes, through which they transfer. Yes, yeah.
Thank you for clarifying. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. So if there are no questions, then I will take 5 minutes break, and then again join after 5 minutes. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So I'm starting the second part of the lecture.
Okay, sir. We are here.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
And I
Good
hope
af-
that a brief introduction to this preparation of the or development of online courses, that is a SWAYAM courses, would help you to understand its multiple aspects. And I also hope that this discussion would not be bore you, because all of us, we are basically teachers, and it is a very difficult or challenging task, to have an interaction with teacher or the members of teaching community always. So the next point is basically the preparation of the PowerPoint presentations. As we know that now the development of basically advanced tools, advanced techniques. So the preparation of the PowerPoint presentation by using the advanced tools or the techniques has been enabled to prepare quite attractive, interactive PPTs. So generally, when we look at the PPTs of our course, they generally have the same text or the same study material which we have incorporated into the e-text, remember. The main objective of these three different modes, that is the e-text, then PPT, and the video recording, is basically when someone will read the text, when someone will watch the PPT, and when someone will watch and hear the video. So in a multiple modes, the same information have been systematically spread or systematically, disseminated to the audience. So that is very important. So the main task or the very important task was of preparation of e-text or study material. And once you successfully prepare e-text in a very lucid language and very in an academic fashion, so the majority or half of the work of the development of one particular module has been finished. Remember that. So you don't think that I have to also prepare e-text, I have to also prepare the PowerPoint presentation, I have to also prepare a video. So these are not basically at outside or at its exterior. Even they look three different activities, but they are interconnected. How they are interconnected? Once you have your e-text, so based on e-text, you can further develop your PPT, and your video will be also based on your e-text. So that is very important. So you can use the images, photos of good quality, maps with as per the guidelines of the Survey of India maps. So that is very important, especially when you have to show the work in a history or geography, or so the international boundaries, then India's boundaries, all should be according to the guidelines of the government of India and the Survey of India. That care is one has to take care. And also, if you are using anyone's artwork, so you have to give the courtesy. And also sometimes, if there is a copyright of a particular photograph, many times you will find that photographs on a different, um, if they have the free license for use in a educational material, then you can use. But if they are copyright, and they are protected, the rights are protected by the copyright holder and not allowed to reproduce, then you should not uh, put in your ppt or the ppt of your video. Remember that, because when you hand over the complete module, a complete course to the UGC or to the apex body or to the concerned body, you also give the copyrights of your entire course to that body. For example, our course copyright, that is the Buddhist tourism copyrights, are now with UGC, and we handed over to UGC, and UGC has handed over to Ministry of Education. So each and every contributor, each and every expert who has written, who has prepared PPT, who who have developed on whose study material we have developed the video, all are copyright by the Ministry of Education and by the SOIL platform, of Ministry of Education. So then also, when you are going to prepare PPT, should not use the design which is not very attractive, which is not very clear. Even the background and the colors of your PPT are important. So all this, one has to take one has to look at all these important aspects meticulously. Then should not use the basically the logos or such symbols which are not required. Never. Avoid the uses of a kind of the any kind of the artwork, smileys, emojis. Those are not favored at all, because whatever you are going to contribute, it is a basically an academic work. So it is a part of the kind of textbook, e-textbook. So the maps, images which you have taken from any book, you can consult the author and take its permission for use in your PPT or the write-up. So only sometimes that book is very popular, and the author or authors are not interested to basically reproducing the study material from their publications. Then please avoid, because once you develop course, once it has been approved, and once it has been launched, then your control over the entire course gets finished. Yes, once it has been reviewed by 2 external referees, and they have once before you have to submission, you have to give under self undertaking that no plagiarism and all those things, no copyright material has been used. But and you have you have basically thought that you have basically and not systematically tackle that issue of the copyrights, or basically sometimes using any photo by your own name, not permitted. So give proper acknowledgement. In many so please take care of the preparation of the PPT, and The all important write-ups, points of the write-ups will be there. Sometimes the images, maps, they are to be reworked. So you can also prepare some diagrams, pile chart, and all those, and you can put. So the use of the images, maps, artworks, figures, various charts, a kind of the graphical representation makes your PPT very effective. Remember that. So instead of giving only the e-text, try to basically, if you wanted to talk about the percentage or some kind of the involvement of the different people, different subject or whatever. So instead of that, one can give a circle and the percentage can be shown in a also pie chart. So it is about the educationalist and the psychologist, they suggest the use of these images, graphs or graphical representation, artworks. It makes, our PPT more effective. Yes. Finally, our aim is that why PPT? If there is already e-text and the videos, then the question comes, why there is a need of PPT? Because many times, in your e-text, you cannot give the diagrams. You cannot give the many diagrams, or you cannot give the many figures, illustrations. But in PPT, you can explain that particular idea, concept, theme in a very effective visual form, and it becomes more attractive. And as far as the education psychologist, so such a mode of basically disseminating knowledge is always effective, and that is why the preparation of the PPT is very important. The points from the e-text are, are to be arranged in a such way that they will develop the interest of the students, of the course participants, to acquire more knowledge. So there is no need to mention the references. If you wish, you can mention. Otherwise, mention the only e-text and the related data, and don't give any information which is totally different from the e-text or completely absent in e-text, to avoid any confusion among the participants. Then video recording. So the preparation of the videos is a very important part of the course, SWAYAM courses. So, like we have the guidelines for the preparation of the e-text or the PPT, same time, the UGC's guidelines for the preparation of the SWAYAM courses gives more detailed information about the video recordings. It gives all technical details. If you see that, yeah. So just this is an example. If you are using basically the laptop or computer, so basically it's a technical details. The Windows, then basically it's a RAM, all configurations are given in a detail. They are just for your information. I'm not going such a technical details because I'm not really associated with this technical subject, but it means that the preparation of the video or the recording of the videos is according to standard norms of the UGC guidelines. There is not any kind of, you can say, the compromise on the preparation of the videos. Remember, total duration of the video is around 30 minutes, and they are generally in a 3 segments. So your 30-minute video is further going to be divided into 3 parts, 3 segments. Why? Because we know that basically it is quite difficult to have a attention for a long time and to develop, because this is a finally course, online course. There is no scope other than the interactive session for interactiveness for the dialogue. Only in online sources, only in weekly online sessions, the participants get an opportunity to get connected with the subject experts, to the teachers. Otherwise, there is no any kind of a scope. So to avoid a kind of, the very routine, monotonous system, all these ideas have been developed. So for example, if there is a module on basically the caves, Ellora caves. So as the course is being presently run by the Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, and the World UNESCO Heritage Caves or UNESCO World Heritage Monument, that is a Ellora caves, are very close to Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. So I will cite an example of Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. So Ellora caves are such a wonderful monuments. So the one can make basically a documentary of more than 2 or 3 hours. But really, will it possible to see documentary of 3 hours duration just online? No. So the duration of this modules, every module's video is of 30 minutes and in 3 parts. So in first part, probably, if I go by the serial wise, I will discuss the Buddhist caves of Ellora. In second segment, Kailash cave and other Hindu caves. And last segment, Jain caves. So obviously, the 10 minutes video of 10-minute duration of one module. So 3 different videos will develop interest of the audience, Yes. Also, if only a single subject expert or single faculty is developing all videos, then he should develop basically his dress, so that they should come he should actually do the recording on a different days, and even he plans to do recording of a 5 to 6 modules one day. So they should be of a different numbers, not in a continuous sequence. Otherwise, the audience or the students will get bored to see one faculty, one dress for a continuous 8 to 10 modules. These are the practical issues. They are not given in a basically a kind of guidelines, that they are beyond the purview of the guidelines. But this is a practical issue. Even we see the one person in the same dress code or the same, we also get bored, finally. And that is basically the kind of the practical advice. So some colors or the dark colors are to be avoided. Then the sound should be very clear. Then the pronunciation of the technical words, as well as basically the English or any regional language should be should in accordance of their original system or their part. So many times we say the one word, for example, we use basically the anything, and we know that, for example, in mythology, in history, mythology, there are many important, you can say, the figures, and we pronounce many times their names wrongly. Even the types of the monuments, people say the stupa as a stupa, or even the any dynasty like Gupta dynasty as a Gupta, or the Satvahan dynasty, Satvahana. So it is not like that. Satvahan should be pronounced as a Satvahan. Gupta should be pronounced as a Gupta dynasty. Or you are taking any king, name of the king. So it should be according to the their own system of the pronunciation. We say the so the because this finally the students are basically going to follow the pronunciation of a different technical terms which you are using. So if they are the words in a different foreign languages, in many subjects we use the words in a different foreign languages, they should be pronounced in a basically their original system. Chinese traveler who visited India during the 7th century, we pronounce according to our own system of pronunciation. Yuan Stong, Yuan Chong, but his pronunciation in Chinese is basically Xuanzong. So the proper pronunciation of different technical terms, different indigenous or different basically the terms from the Indian languages, classical or old or classical Indian languages, as well as the foreign terms, technical terms, they should be used, pronounced very correctly. And again, basically the sound, the flow of your sound should be uniform. Many times we say that because in class maybe we have, because we generally are very much accustomed or we have experience of the offline system, because we are teachers basically who teach in the classrooms. So when we shift from the classroom atmosphere or the classroom platform to the direct online platform, so it is a just sudden change, like you are coming from the extreme heat or extreme summer to ekdam the air condition, the atmosphere, how that is a kind of very rapid change. So simultaneously it happens, yeah. So we should be prepared, according to the recording norms. And I personally suggest, not advise, but I personally suggest to do the practice of each module before recording, yeah. Sometimes it for some of us, we are very good at a classroom, at teaching, but when we have been asked to present online, so probably many times it happens, it because none of us basically got education for online medium or through online medium, when we were school children. So obviously that is a altogether new experience, new experiment, as well as new experience for all of us. And this basically the um, uh, the COVID or and the post-COVID, scenario made us to think of significance of online education. Yes, that is a kind of, it's a one a kind of aspect, or contribution. So recording our own videos and recorded videos for students for limited audience is a different, but these are basically professional videos, and that is why they have given a chart how should be basically there should be the setup for a kind of the vision mixture and audio mixture. This has been taken from the UGC's guidelines. So it shows that how meticulously the UGC talks about basically the preparation of the course. Then the cameras, and for that we have to hire, or our university has to hire professional experts. In some universities, they have set up their own professional studios. For example, Savitribai Phule Pune University, Pune has its own professional studio, which is a well-equipped, advanced one for the recording of higher or higher standard. You can say the video recordings. And my few of my videos for my own course, which is basically developed for UGC, by UGC for Swayam platform, were recorded at Pune University SPPU's the studio. So all technical details are given, and it is mandatory to follow the technical details given by the UGC. UGC also suggests some agencies which are authorized agencies from where the recordings for the videos, e-videos or educational videos can be done. So that all details are given, and it is not possible to remember 8 to 10 pages, you can say, the writing. So the teleprompter have a very important role, and many times we find that because we have to continuously read, yes, we have to read, we have to take pause, we have to read. So according to the importance, to attract basically the audience, uh, you know and to keep basically engaged student in our video, so that they should not get bored, they should not feel a kind of monotonous sound is coming, or we are speaking in a monotonous way, but depending upon the any importance, so the one has to give more kinds of emphasis on a particular topic, then tones are getting little changing, so all makes a kind of, you can say, their audience interest. We have to maintain the audience interest throughout our video. Yeah, that is why what we are basically going to present, it comes, it has to become in our before our screen, so it helps us, because although that is very much true that all these modules are developed by us only, or written by us only, in a respect to and development of the particular module, but finally it is not possible to possible that we basically we are going to remember, or we have to remember around 8 to 10 pages write up, not possible word to word, so that is why probably and again the copy which you develop for the e-text, based on that you have to keep, you have to develop copy for your recording, although it is a based on e-text, but it is a kind of modified. Yes, in your writer probably it is not mentioned your name, designation, what you are telling in that particular module, but in the script for your video probably you had to mention, hello, I'm so and so, working as a faculty or whatever the cadre in particular department, and today I'm going to share. So probably this will not come in the e-text of many of the courses, but in some courses it may appear, in some courses it does not. So accordingly that probably you have to also revise the script of your yes. So we are and then probably it goes for the process of editing. So editing of the video, your audio, the quality of your pictures. So that is again a kind of a very technical process to be done by the professionals working in basically in the fields of video recording, and basically who are editing of the documentaries or the videos. So it also requires the experts. Then coming to the very important part is basically the self assessment questions. So in the self assessment question bank, and also the quiz activities. So remember that, this is a part of self-assessment. And we know that because this is an assessment which students are doing in by their own in the absence of any instructor as such. And so in entire case, we have to keep in mind that the question bank is a such an activity which has to be developed students' interest. And that is why we have to prepare MCQs based on e-text. Same time, they are not only of one monotonous or uniform pattern. Not only the based on the question, obviously they should have a 4 choices based on the MCQ only, but same time you can give some short notes, some short answer questions with 2-3 lines answers, and then also you can develop them in a according to the match the following. Then you can give one statement assertion and then basically the reason, so that will also develop their interest. So there should be some kind of the activities, yes, activity based question bank preparation. Then you can give also some quiz, so the hints or the answers directly indirectly should be in your e-text. Also suggest some kind of the activities, as I mentioned that if there's a course on basically the cultural landscape of Maharashtra or medieval history, one can suggest visit to nearby archaeological or ancient monuments, visit to fort nearby your area. So it will develop, their interest. And if a group of students from one university, one college is pursuing particular course, then they can do the group activity. So this is how what we see a kind of, the active engagement of our students. Because this is a challenging task to get engaged our students in the study through the online course. It is a challenging task. So it is not the question that it is not the point that only they can just enroll to achieve the particular credits to get transferred to their account, ABC account, and just to encash the basically the credits, from the completion of the course. It is not like that. You have to also make your course, all components of your course, all quadrants of your course, that they will engage in your course. Yes. And particularly the suggested the list of suggested readings or the further readings, the list of reference book will also develop their interest. And this is a further supported by online sessions. So what is an online session? An online session provides an opportunity to the course participants to have interaction with the either course coordinator or subject expert. It is generally held on the weekends or generally the last day of the beginning of weeks module. So suppose if my course is started on Thursday, so the Wednesday is a suitable day when I should plan for the online session. So by that, in a course of 1 week's duration, the students will get an opportunity to read e-text study material, to go through or to study PowerPoint presentation, then also to watch videos. Then they can also uh, solve the MCQs or also go for the self-assessment. And then generally the duration of a 1 week duration of online session is a 1 hour. But sometimes if there is a very active participation from the students, or if the some course where we have more than 2000, 5000, or even more than 10,000 participants or enrollments. So in that case, the duration of the online session goes for 2 or more hours. Yes, and that is good that if there is a more active participation for anyone's course, is a indication or is a marker of a considering your course valuable by the students, precious by the students, and they have taken your course very seriously. If there are the questions, queries, and mostly it is a duty of the course coordinator to basically address the online session. And this online session is meant for solving your queries, questions, doubts only. So again, based on the UGC guidelines, it shows that how basically the production presentation techniques, the guidelines for the presentation techniques of the course as well as the PowerPoint presentation given by UGC, and that helps us basically to provide the detail of the courses. And then I am coming to share basically case study of the course which is basically the developed by me. So that is a basically a kind of the practical interaction with you. So I have developed one course that is titled Buddhist Tourism for UGC. So as we know that UGC has developed only 9 courses till the date. Being apex body, it is a mostly engaged in a coordination, administration, and the administrative control, and the all related aspects of a higher body. So there are other educational organizations or educational apex bodies which are more engaged, in the development of the courses. But UGC has been asked by the Ministry of Education to develop certain courses. And that is why 4 courses have been developed by UGC on Buddhism, and my course Buddhist Tourism is one of them. And the host institution is a Central Institute of Higher Tibetan Studies, Sarnath. So, what is the difference of national coordinator and a host institution? So, the host institution is such an institution to whom basically the National Coordinator Institute allocates budget. And it is a responsibility of the host institution to coordinate and monitor all important works or the assignments related to the development of the particular course. And the credit transfer is generally done from the host institution. One of the teacher friend has asked the same question. So for the Buddhist tourism course, Central Institute of Higher Tibetan Studies, CIHTS, will transfer credits to the students in their ABC account. Neither by the institution to whom I have been affiliated, that is the Deccan College Postgraduate and Research Institute, deemed to be University Pune, nor by the UGC, remember. So this is how an important role to be played by the host institution. Then the credit of this course is 4 credits. So as I told that generally 1 credit is almost equal to the 4 weeks. So the duration of Buddhist tourism course is of 15 weeks. The levels are 4.5 to 7. That is 2 undergraduate programs to the postgraduate programs. The industries which are related to this course include tourism industry, academic institutions, the religious history or the religious institutions. Those are basically the associated organizations or the associated industries related to this particular course. The number of modules is 40. Means there are, if we say the textbook, so there are 40 chapters. So there are 40 modules. Each module is based on one topic. So the 40 modules on 40 different topics or group of topics. So as I told that, it is a very important responsibility. And then along with the course coordinator, equal responsibility or important responsibility is to be performed by teaching assistant. And for our course, the Buddhist tourism course, teaching assistant is Ocean Bomb. Ocean Bomb is currently working as an assistant professor in Bhagwan Sheetalnath Chair for Jain Archaeology at Deccan College. Before joining on his teaching position, he was a research fellow, and he's also pursuing his PhD at Deccan College. So as per UGC guidelines, either research scholar who is pursuing PhD or assistant faculty can become teaching assistant. And the teaching assistants get benefited by this. They get not only the financial support or the honorarium, but also get credits or the points for this teaching. So becoming a teaching assistant for any course, UGC's course or the SWAYAM course, is considered important. It has academic value. So when we look at the duties of course coordinator as well as the teaching assistant, first for the development of the course, and second for the coordination of the course. For the development of the course, probably not always we do get support from the teaching assistant as such, because there is no provision of the appointment of the teaching assistant during the development of the course. Once your course has been approved by the concerned authorities or the concerned educational institute as well as National Coordinator Institute, and the course is going to launch, then when your course has been approved or once it gets sanctioned, and it is going to be launched, then you have to appoint teaching assistant. So the teaching assistant should have sound knowledge of the computer system, technology. He should be very sincere, punctual, and should do the assigned duties. Teaching assistant helps course coordinator for uploading the module on the SWAYAM platform, then helps for the coordination. He is the one who looks after the communication, electronic communication of the email. He also helps in organizing the interactive session, and he also helps in the evaluation of graded quiz, both MCQ and subjective. Because if there are the 5,000 or 6,000 participants, I have seen that in some courses of UGC, there for some cycles, there were around 10,000 or 12,000 students. And you have to check every student's 4 graded quiz, 4 graded assignments, as well as subjective assignments. So just multiply 10,000 or 12,000 into 5. So you have to, or the course coordinator along with his team, how to evaluate so many thousands, if there are the 10,000 plus students. So around 40 to 50 to 60,000, you can say the assignments. That is a very big task, a clear task. So in such case, it is very important to have a good and active teaching assistant. For us, all our activities of our courses or our course Buddhist tourism are monitored by the UGC, because UGC has only 9 important courses, selective courses. So, and UGC has a special section on the e-content, yes, which is basically a kind of, very important section, looking after the development of the SWAYAM courses and monitoring the courses. So, um, and once we have basically so how basically the journey of selection of the the development of the course has uh, uh, undergone, yes. So our course is a course, on Buddhist heritage tourism, having 40 modules. And instead of writing, although I'm a course coordinator, instead of writing basically the all modules by myself, I invited the experts from the different regions, especially different universities and the different government organizations to contribute modules. So around more than 10 modules were written by me, around 13 to 14, and for remaining modules, I requested the concerned experts. So that in our module, we have more than 15 experts, around 15 experts. So, particular Buddhist sites of Arunachal Pradesh, there's a one module. I invited a faculty who have sound knowledge of basically Buddhism in Buddhist culture or Buddhist heritage of northeastern India. And then she presented, or she developed that document, that module. So instead of involving only myself or a couple of experts, I followed the strategy of involvement of different experts. So it helped me that within a short span, it was possible to contribute more 40 modules by all of us. Then, being a course coordinator, we have to, it is a sole responsibility of course coordinator to look after the content, that is a write-up. Then we have to do its editing. We have to see the all technical terms, their spellings, and also the references, all required references are given or not. Then also look after the preparation of reading list or the suggested list. Then also we have developed the PowerPoint presentations. So some of them have given their presentations, but they are in a different stages of completion or different stages. So for one course, the UGC or the concerned host institution or the national coordinator institute ask basically the uniform type of PPTs. And that is very important. That is very challenging. So the quality of photographs, then all PowerPoint presentation design of the slide, so that there should uniformity has to be maintained, in an entire course. Then it will have basically the the photographs of good quality, diagrams, figures, illustrations of good quality visible. Then the background of the color should be uniform. So all these aspects are very important. And we have to maintain the uniformity, and we have to also get involved fully, dedicatedly in a preparation. Then once you check, edit, content wise, grammatically, then the final draft is ready. Then you have to send again the one who has prepared the another script for the recording with some additions at the beginning or at the towards the end has to be prepared. So the script of video recording is almost the same, but with some minor changes or addition. We don't write in e-text. Thank you. Hopefully you have liked this particular module and you have developed the interest in so and so subject. We don't write in e-text. It is not essential. But while you have to presenting your topic, probably you have to do in a very in a formal way, you know. So, and the one, and then also the introductory video for each week's module has to be prepared by the course coordinator, so that all these different sets of videos will develop interest. So it should not like that immediately you have completed one topic and next week you are going to start another topic. So there should be an introductory video of a particular week, so that you will talk 5 to 10 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, what you are basically going to deal in your this course in the duration of particular week, so that they will develop interest and they will also get outline what they are going to study. Then if there is an issue in a after plagiarism check, then if you are a author of the particular e-text, then you have to sort out that issue. If someone another contributor is the author or another teacher is the author of that e-text, then you have to contact and see that which part is taken from the which book, which is coming as per the percentage of basically the copying or the plagiarism is more. So you have to basically sort of that issue, and you have to write basically to the contributor or the subject expert who has a developer who has written that e-text to basically remove this part and revise and like that. So being a course coordinator, you have to monitor all those things. You have to see that how it appears. Then you have to being a course coordinator, you have to also give the undertaking of the preparation of the entire course, because although sometimes only you have developed that course, sometimes it happens that you along with your colleagues or the subject experts from the subject experts have developed. So in that case you have to give the undertaking. Same time you have to also take the undertaking if you are not a sole author of the entire course. So you have to also take basically the responsibility of you have to take also undertaking from all experts. This is a very important part. So around the total budget of one course, SWAYAM course, is around 13.50 lakh or 13 lakh 50,000. Out of that, 4 lakh 50,000 is given for write-up, review work, and remaining amount of 9 lakh is given for the video production. If for a writing of one module and for its video recording, a writer or a writer of that particular module gets 10,000 rupees. So if there are 20 modules and one single faculty has developed, he or she will get an amount of 2 lakh rupees for preparation of 4 quadrants: write-up, PPT, video, as well as question bank. If your friend from another place, distant place, has developed module and he or she is not able to come for the video recording, or the facility is not available, if only the one person is staying at Hyderabad, and the module is going to develop from the Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, and not possible for the person or faculty from Hyderabad to come only for the recording of the one module, in that case, you can also do the recording of the module. So the one who submits write-up and the presentation will get only 5,000, and another person in his absentia, if he or she does the video recording for his or her module, will get 5,000 rupees. And then this amount has been transferred to the host institution by the national coordinators, or your university or the college if it is a develop. And for the video production, if your university does not have facility of developing e-recording, e-videos, or the e-content, especially the videos, then UGC has appointed certain agencies for doing this organization. So your write-up is also 4 quadrants are also going to be checked by the subject experts. They will get honorarium of 1,000 rupees per module. Then there is also technical experts who will check PPT and videos, mostly the videos. It's a audio, video qualities, and they will also get an honorarium of rupees 500 for the technical review of each module. So the each and every person who is involved directly in the making of any SWAYAM course gets the financial support or gets honorarium as per the UGC rules and the guidelines. So the agency prescribed by or the sanctioned by the UGC generally does the work of the recording. Those are the basically the approved agencies sanctioned by the apex bodies, and because it is their duty to check the quality of videos. Also, they also look after the PowerPoint presentations, then script of your video recording. So they help, they play very important role or seminal role in the transferring your information into the basically digital form. So in that, basically the experts in editing and or recording or the photo editing, so their immense help is required. Without that, you cannot think, of this. So once you does basically the all these kind of, you can say, the course, then the course has been approved by the national agency or the national coordinators, and then it goes for the launching, and the enrollment to the particular course is open for the enrollment. The students start the enrollment for the course, and it is a course coordinator and the concerned apex bodies or the national coordinators decide whether the course has to be done continuously or twice a year or once a year. Like our session started in 2020, and now we have already completed 5 sessions, 5 cycles. And not only Indian students, international students also do join. In the first cycle of Buddhist tourism, around 70 students from 18 countries, including USA, Australia, have joined our course, that is a Buddhist tourism. So, and we find that, how only thing is that as the examination centers are only in India, so because of that, probably foreign students are not able to join for examination. Basically the online system for the international students has not yet been started, but hopefully looking at the growing interest in our courses or SWAYAM courses by international students, the SWAYAM platform or the Ministry of Education and so will also take initiatives for the same. And then once your course starts, then there is a date of the commencement of the course, then the last date of the course registration, last day of the course completion, examination, all timetable has to be published or has to be made in public for the audience at the time of the enrollment. So then you have to prepare the 4 graded MCQ type assignments and the 4 subjective assignments for this. And then the final examination is to be taken by the NTA, or even now the UGC and the NTA has also given sanction to organizing the examination at college level. So the total marks for the course, 4 credit course, will obviously the 100 marks. So the final examination is of 100 marks, but it's a 70% of the marks have been included or have been considered, and the assignments are of 100 marks, but they are 30% of the score is accepted. So the 70% marks from the written examination or online MCQ examination, and 70% and 30% of your the marks which the students a student has secured in a written assignments or the assignments, that is the internal, have been considered. So total 100 marks or 100%, 70% from the online examination and 30 from the internal assignment, and then it gets transferred to your credits. So as per the norms of the UGC and the NTA, the marks were converted into the credits and the of the mark of the grades, and the after the completion of this after the publication of the result, you get e-certificate duly signed by the authorities, and also of the UGC and NTA in our case, in where we have the different national coordinator, they in charge of the national coordinator institute and signed by the NTA authorities. And if you do the process, contact to host institution through your institute or college or university, the students also get credit. They also get 4 credit or the respective credits as per the course. So in this way, once you launch your course, then you have to give the it is expected your involvement, active involvement, commitment for the course. The national coordinators also do the publicity of your course. Being a course coordinator, it is our responsibility to do the basically the publicity. Our course is going to start from the 15th January, and it has been launched. And every year, almost out of 5 sessions, in 3 sessions, we have more than 1,000 participants for the Buddhist tourism. And you can visit the website of the SOEM platform, and also the website of basically the Buddhist tourism course, and go through the basically it's a syllabus. So as this course is basically on Buddhist tourism, Buddhist heritage tourism, and as we know that tourism is going to be one of the largest industries in a coming 2 decades. So looking at this aspect, this particular course has been developed, to develop job opportunities to the young students in the fields of heritage tourism in general and Buddhist tourism in particular. We have basically good response for every cycle from the students having the different backgrounds, and that is quite interesting to have such a wide response. So this is how I briefly talk about the journey, the development of a e-course oblique the development of online SWAYAM courses in general, and also how one can select the topic, how one can get involved in the 4 quadrants, that is a writing of e-text, preparation of PowerPoint presentation, preparation of video, and the preparation of the question bank of each module, and how once your course gets sanctioned from the respective authorities or national coordinator and the host institution, how what is the process for the getting sanctioned, and once it gets sanctioned, how what is the once it get launched, then your responsibility becomes more important. You have to organize the weekly online sessions, and you have to clear basically the doubts, queries, questions. The student should not feel that course is a kind of not interactive, or basically a kind of boring course. They should not feel at all. Same time, they should not feel that the online medium is not so effective as such. So it is the responsibility of the course coordinator as well as teaching assistant, so, to basically make the course more vibrant. And I am very thankful to Oshin Bum, who is a teaching assistant of my course Buddhist tourism, who has been working for this course Buddhist tourism course for last 3 years, and he has been very sincerely and dedicatedly working for the promotion of this course and maintenance for maintaining the standard of the course as envisioned by us as well as the authorities of the host institution as well as the national coordinator. So thank you very much. I express my sincere thanks to respected Professor Bina Sengar Madam, course coordinator of this very important course on e-governance, e-learning and LMS of this UGC MMTTI, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. I express my sincere thanks to all authorities of the UGC MMTTI of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, and all members of the organizing committee of this course. I am very thankful to all participants of the course, and I express my sincere gratitude for attending this very long lecture for basically the 2 sessions of 1.5 hours very patiently, and now looking forward to have more questions. The objective or the aim behind delivering this lecture will get only fruitful when any of you think and proceed further for development of any online course at Swayam platform. You can note down my email ID spganvir@gmail.com, and do feel to contact me for any help. I'm always ready to help the members of my teaching community and anyone who is interested, as well as any student, who wanted to join any course, and also make sincere efforts for making publicity of all Swayam courses, which are equally important for our students, depending upon their courses, their programs, and their interest. Because this generation is very active and very much interested in a knowledge gaining process. So as per their interest, the students may select any of the course which is available on same platform. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for taking us into a virtual tour into the structure and the making of the Swayam course. And it was a very clear, and definitely we hope that after the lecture we are inspired, and many of us will be coming forward to doing that, and we will be definitely reaching you in case of any assistance. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
If you have questions, you can ask participants. Sir, I have a question that
Please ask me,
there are
please.
many courses of Swayam,
Yes.
but as reels spread on Instagram or Facebook feeds are there, but our students are not getting attracted towards such type of courses. They don't know what is going on. Yes, we are telling them in the classes, but as reels go viral, why don't the courses?
Yeah, actually, madam, very good question. Actually, we are not yet accustomed with this online mode of education. Yes, it was a COVID. Although all of us, directly, indirectly suffered a lot because of the COVID pandemic. But I look, that COVID pandemic from a kind of the positive approach. Because of that, condition, we actually develop our interest in online mode of education. But I'm very much, you can say, confident that gradually our students will take interest, because it is not like that. There are the courses for all disciplines, especially for the electronics, where we have the courses in AI or others. They are very expensive. Here we have only, all courses are free, and they offer free, a kind of very a small fee as a those who wanted to get certification. Yes, 750 rupees per course. Yeah, and also online sessions are there, and students now they are basically developing their interest towards such courses where there is a kind of some job opportunities, and that is a good, finally. Yeah, or the kind of the practical hints for their practical knowledge. Yes, they are taking interest. In some courses, especially science and technology, we have enrollment for more than 10 or 15,000. Yes, 20,000 courses students.
Sir,
But
and to develop the interest, we can also tell them there may be a system in the institute that if you are finding some course difficult in the institute, you
yeah,
can do the course at Swayam, and there should be a provision of credit transfer at that institute. Then why will not the student enroll?
yeah.
है ना?
They
So it
will.
is basically the responsibility of the university to select the course and get sanction from their board of studies,
Yes.
well as academic council of the university or board of studies of college at a college level, those who are autonomous colleges, and in university level, the BOS of the university or AC of the university, then any of the students can join that course and directly avail the facility of transferring credit. Yes.
Yes.
Now
Sir,
the
actually, there is
yeah,
a system when we give the syllabus, or our university give the syllabus.
yeah,
That time there is a list of reference books. So
yeah.
now there is a high time that we can give them the QR code of Swayam courses also.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
It
Yes.
will definitely work, sir.
Yeah, yeah. And even they don't appear for examination, that study material and that videos will help them, yes. Yeah. So anyone can enroll without paying any fee. Only if someone has to appear for examination, he or she has to pay the exam fee only. Yeah. Courses are anyhow free. Yes.
Thank you.
Many students from the BAMU, that is Dr. Vasa Ambedkar Maratha University, have joined our Buddhist tourism course because there are the caves like Ajanta, Ellora, and Peter Khora. So there is a good scope for that heritage tourism. So students from the history, archaeology background, they do join our courses. Yes.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, how about the self-paced courses? Because self-paced courses, they say some courses say there is one credit, and how will that one credit be added without any exams?
Sir, I didn't get your question. You're talking about some particular course?
Sir,
How we can transfer the credit, one credit in exams? He is asking.
without any exam, how will the self-paced courses transfer the one credit? How will they give us the one credit?
No. There is no provision. You have to. Everyone has to appear for the examination. Yes.
Okay,
I have
because
not. Okay,
I
sir.
recently came across a course when my sister registered a course on English grammar or something. It is
Yeah.
a self-paced course,
Yeah.
and it is mentioned that there is one credit for that particular course, and that there is no exam. And recently, my sister received a mail asking to pay for the exam, and when she showed me, I just found that it sounds something fake because it is not from NPTL or SWAYAM. And I wrote to that course coordinator and asked the coordinator that we have received a mail to pay over that examination fees through this GPay number. And he said, no, there is no exam, sir. It is fake, so don't pay. So this is what happened last 2 days ago.
No.
So that is how I came to know that since she has registered a self-paced course and it is a one credit course, and I just am curious to know how this one credit will be transferred without exam.
No. UGC transfers the all credits only after examination and NTA. Yes. Without examination, there is no provision. There are many fake courses. One should be very cautious.
But this course is there in UGC Swayam portal. And
Okay, probably maybe very recently it has been launched. I have not come across. I will check. Yes.
So
okay,
sometime,
thank
KK sir, they are the clone journals.
Yes.
They
Yes.
are
Yes.
showing in the website, but they are clone journals, predatory journals.
Yes.
That
Yes. We have also clone
malpractices are
courses
going
and
on.
predatory courses. Be careful.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
No one no one sends any QR code, GPay number. Everything is on NTAs. Where we appear for, or our students appear for NET examination or NEET examination on the same portal. Course coordinator doesn't ask for single money. There's no role. But if anything is going to happen, it means some some cyber crime or something, cyber related things are going on. One should be very careful. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Immediately you just write to econtent@ugc .ac.in or ugc.in. So UGC has a special department to raise to look into these issues, and they are very prompt, very active. Yes.
Okay, sir. Sir, I will be sharing the link of that particular course here. You can open it. It is in the chat box.
Okay.
This is the course which I have mentioned. It is a single credit course. Duration is self-paced. And actually, it is mentioned there is no exam also. No course certificate will also be issued. But it is mentioned that credit points is 1. Kindly open and check.
Yeah. So in this course, thank you. In this course, they are not going to transfer any credit. No. Because
Okay,
no
and
examination.
in that case, how can that 1 credit be beneficial?
No, 1 credit means 15 contact hours mean the 4 weeks modules. It is like that, 1 week is not directly only marks. 1 week is basically for us only 15 contact hours, 30 practical hours, 25 marks, or the course which should have basically minimum duration of 4 weeks. Yes, one credit is a 4-week duration. Yes, 8 to 10 modules like that. No mark, no transfer.
So we are not going to be beneficial with that credit. We are going to be benefited only with the knowledge and not with the credit.
Knowledge. It is a free.
Yesterday only one of the resource person, Vinod Sinha, he said that I have made a course which is some 15 weeks course. It is there, but it is not giving any certificate. It is just for the sake of the knowledge on the Swayam platform only.
Yes.
So it is like that. But for credit transfer, you need to give the certificate to the examination department, and they are going to transfer the credits to the student.
Yes,
That is the thing only.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for
some courses are there just for knowledge gaining, and we can also enroll. Yes, But credit transfer of the credit is done only after examination, not before that. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Roll number 62, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
You have to propose vote of thanks, sir.
Welcome, ma'am. Thank you. Honorable guest lecture, श्रीकांत जी, गणवीर सर ने बहुत अच्छे तरीके से डेवलपिंग स्वयं और स्वयं के बारे में सब कुछ मालूमात हमें दिए है। उन्होंने सिंपली, स्मूथली और स्मार्टली अपना प्रेजेंटेशन जो है वो यहाँ पे हमारे सामने रखा है। आई एम प्राउडफुल और आई इम्प्रेस इनकरेज द डेवलपमेंट इन स्वयं। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ज्ञान प्रभा जो है, स्वयं की एक ज्ञान प्रभा तक की एक सफर ज्ञान गंगा के लिए also easy or go ahead. After retirement, I will be try to join स्वयं courses. यानी कि मेरी जो प्रॉब्लम है वो अंग्रेजी के लिए है, ILMS के लिए है, मगर I will be try with us teaching, learning and evaluation, how to teach, how to learn, a great teacher by Ganvir sir. How to use simply power of knowledge, given ideas by sir. I am proud him in 16 points and 18 sub points will be given opportunities me to power of knowledge or how to accept. I am thankful to Ganvir sir ये सेशन के लिए और इस कोर्स के लिए यूजीसी मालविया मिशन ट्रेनिंग सेंटर, डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब अम्बेडकर मराठवाड़ा यूनिवर्सिटी ने रिफ्रेशर कोर्स के लिए ई गवर्नेंस, ई लर्निंग और एलएमएस के स्टडी के लिए मुझे यहाँ पे संधि दी। इसलिए मैं कोऑर्डिनेटर, ज्वाइंट कोऑर्डिनेटर, असिस्टेंट कोऑर्डिनेटर, कोर्स कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर बीना मैम, सेशन कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर सीमा मैम, और जिन्होंने सब सेशन के लिए बहुत सारे एफर्ट्स लिए, ऐसे डॉक्टर अमोल जी मदन सर, ये सब के लिए मैं थैंक्स अदा करता हूं और मेरा ये सेशन यहाँ पे आपके अनुमति से समाप्त करता हूं। जय हिंद सर। थैंक यू।
लॉर्ड गणवीर सर।
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू सर। थैंक
Now we will be here at 2:45. You can leave the meeting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
you।
Thank you, all of us.